Hello everybody, welcome to the unboxing of a 2017 Harley Davidson Sportster Roadster in vivid black. First up, we're going to look at the front end of the motorcycle. We can see that we have inverted forks. That's a performance option that they added to the Sportster for this Roadster model. Adds a little bit of stability up front. We've also got dual disc brakes on the front wheel here. There are 2 piston calipers on either side, and this greatly increases the stopping power of this Harley Davidson motorcycle. Moving up the inverted fork, we get to the standard Harley Davidson light there. It's not a day maker. We'll probably switch that out in the future. And the handlebars are a slammed style. We'll see that in a minute. This is the Harley Davidson 1200cc V-twin. They've been using that for a while. It's made it to a 5-speed transmission. The pegs are mid-controls. The shifter and pegs are mid-controls. Interesting for stopping. They kind of hit your legs, but we'll get into that. The handlebars, as I mentioned before, are slammed. They go with this Harley Davidson blacked out look, kind of dark custom. So we have some chrome on the exhaust with some heat shields that are matte black. We have belt drive like other Harley Davidsons. The air cleaner is kind of a matte gray. I'll likely change that out with something like an Arlen Ness inverted. The rear brake lever there, like I said, it's mid-controls. This is the vivid black. You could also get a matte black version, Caffeine Racer red custom version, and there's a silver denim if I remember correctly. The exhaust sounds pretty good. We'll play that in a future video, but obviously we're going to replace it probably with the Vance & Hines mini grenades. I think that would be a pretty sick look on this bike. The rear tire, if you look, this rear tire, the wheels are all one piece, so you can see the detail on the wheels here. It took some time for Harley Davidson to perfect this wheel design here, so it turned out pretty good on the finished bike. The suspension has a bit of play. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it has a preload wrench under the seat. The seat itself is a 2-up seat. It's supportive as far as allowing for acceleration, but I hear the 2018 seats are much more comfortable. I'll probably replace this with a more comfortable seat. Harley Davidson left controls, of course we have the speedometer select, the horn, the left blinker, the brights, and the flashers. Moving down these slammed handlebars, we get to the speedometer. It has 2 trip computers, a clock, an RPM indicator, and a shift indicator. This is the hazards, the starter, the kill switch, and the right. The grips on these are a little bit narrow. Probably switch that out with some different grips that are a little meatier, maybe a little more comfortable. Moving down this Harley Davidson, the rear seat is comfortable for a passenger, maybe for a half hour, an hour at the most. You'd likely want to replace that if you're going to take a passenger on a larger trip. Also, you'd probably want to put a little bit of a bikini fairing because the wind will hit you going 70 miles an hour on this bike. I took it home from the dealership, and you can definitely feel the wind. I have a sport bike as well, a 750 GSXR, and that's got a fairing in front that cuts the wind out of the way. This one, you're taking all the wind on the chest and the helmet. This rear suspension is neat. You can adjust the preload like I mentioned before. I believe there's 3 inches of play in the suspension. I'll have to double check and post in the notes below. This vivid black color, it's low maintenance. You can get the matte black color, but you tend to be able to mark it up a little bit more as far as showing blemishes. So I thought the vivid black would be a useful paint job to take. The caffeine red paint job is pretty outstanding. You can look at some other YouTube videos and see what they've done with some modifications to some caffeine style bikes. That's about a $2,500 option. That slammed handlebars, pretty comfortable. You sit in a fairly upright riding position. I'll likely put on some clubman bars or drag bars to kind of change the seating position, but thank you for watching this video.